Tear gas was used on Sunday, March 1st, to disperse pro-Iranian protesters who gathered in large numbers and attempted to enter the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad's Green Zone. Holding flags and placards, the protesters, who were marching in protest against U.S. and Israel strikes on neighboring Iran, were stopped by security forces and pushed back with tear gas as they tried to reach the highly secure diplomatic district where the U.S. Embassy is located. The United States and Israel launched an attack on Iran on Saturday, February 28th, targeting its military capability.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Iranian state media reported that Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, 86, died early on Sunday, March 1st, due to airstrikes by Israel and the U.S. that struck his Tehran compound. This occurred after decades of unsuccessful diplomatic efforts regarding Iran's nuclear program. Trump took a major foreign policy risk, contradicting his Peace President campaign, stating that the strikes aim to eliminate Iran's long-standing threat and prevent it from developing nuclear weapons.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Indeed, we belong to God, and indeed to Him we shall return. The great nation of Iran, the exalted soul of the leader of the great Iranian nation and the pioneer of the Islamic Ummah, His Eminence Imam Khamenei, has ascended to the highest heavens by drinking the sweet nectar of martyrdom in the blessed month of Ramadan. The Supreme National Security Council has issued a statement in this regard as follows. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. The truly exalted and noble soul of the Supreme Leader of the great Iranian nation, the courageous freedom seekers of the entire world, and the global Islamic Ummah, His Eminence Imam Khamenei, has now ascended to the highest realms of the heavens and finally attained his long-held, deeply cherished wish. Following faithfully in the righteous footsteps of his noble and holy ancestor, the commander of the faithful Imam Ali, during this most blessed and sacred month of Ramadan, he has responded with devotion to the heavenly call emanating from the Kaaba and reached the sacred, eternal presence of Almighty God, peacefully tasting the sweet, divine nectar of martyrdom in this exceptionally blessed month.
Intelligence and tracking systems monitored Khamenei's whereabouts, Trump wrote in a Truth Social post, adding that there was not a thing he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. The late Ayatollah leaves an Islamic Republic wrestling with uncertainty amid the attacks from Israel and the United States, as well as growing dissent at home, especially among younger generations.
This is a moment in history that requires moral clarity, and President Trump has met the moment. The most fundamental duty of any sovereign government is the protection of its people. Operation Epic Fury is directed towards specific and strategic objectives: to dismantle missile capabilities that threaten allies, to degrade naval assets used to destabilize international waters, and to disrupt the machinery that arms proxy militias, and to ensure the Iranian regime never, ever can threaten the world with a nuclear weapon. As President Trump said last night, for decades, the Iranian regime has willfully destabilized the world. It has killed American forces and citizens, threatened regional allies, and jeopardized the security of international shipping upon which the world depends. Its massive support for violent proxies, declared terrorist organizations, the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, and others, has brought bloodshed and disorder across the Middle East for far too long. This is not speculation. We know this to be true, and our men and women have paid for the actions of this regime and the IRGC with their lives. No responsible nation can ignore persistent aggression and violence. The regime in Tehran has led attacks that have cost American lives. Hundreds of U.S. Marines in Lebanon, thousands of troops in Iraq. American hostage after hostage has suffered. Our ships fired upon dozens of times in the Red Sea. Iran has armed and financed militant organizations that undermine lawful governments and destabilize an already fragile region. Iran's continued pursuit of advanced missile capabilities, coupled with its refusal to abandon nuclear ambitions despite diplomatic opportunities, presents a grave and mounting danger. The international community has long affirmed a simple and necessary principle: Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. That principle is not a matter of politics, it's a matter of global security, and to that end, the United States is taking lawful actions. Indiscriminate and unprovoked attacks by the Iranian regime today against our regional partners, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, and others, reinforce precisely why such actions are necessary. The regime has not only struck military assets, but civilian infrastructure as well. Those who stand with us must know that their security is not negotiable. The safety of our allies is not conditional. It is assured. The bottom line is this, colleagues: our allies and partners can count on the United States and can count on President Trump. Colleagues, peace is not preserved by appeasing those who threaten it. Peace is preserved through strength in the face of terror. History has taught us that the cost of inaction is far greater than the burden of decisive action. And our president, President Trump, has taken that decisive action today.
The President of the United States and the Prime Minister of the Israeli regime have openly claimed responsibility for this act of aggression and have explicitly articulated regime change as their objective, an unmistakable admission of their intent to violate Iran's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The President of the United States has falsely described this aggression as necessary to neutralize an imminent threat to the American people. This is nothing more than a deliberate attempt to mislead the international community and the U.S. public opinion and manufacture consent for unlawful war.
When a regime says it will destroy Israel, when it chants death to Israel, when it promises to wipe Haifa and Tel Aviv off the map, we believe it. We genuinely believe it. When we see those hundreds of ballistic missiles that they are launching to Israel, we believe the threats. We do not ignore them. We do not gamble with our survival. We act.